So this is a Next.js starter app from Vercel, and it's using a geolocation edge function to tell you where you're visiting from. Now, what if we wanted to move this entire project over to Netlify using just an AI prompt? I actually found a GitHub repo where someone was trying to do this programmatically, but I think this is one of those use cases where AI could really shine. There's just so many edge cases like runtime differences, API routes, image optimization, and stuff like that, where automating it through scripts gets kind of messy. So that's when I started working on this agent-based method that will just handle it all for you. So here's the prompt I've been working on. This is designed to take any Vercel project and fully convert it into a Netlify deployment. This took me a few iterations and tweaking, trying to keep the token usage efficient, while also making sure that none of the Vercel specific code gets left out behind. One thing to keep in mind here is that these two providers use different JavaScript runtimes. For example, Vercel functions run on Node, but Netlify's edge functions use Deno. Alright, so let's go ahead and run it on this example. So the agent's going to start by reading through the repo, and then it's going to map all of the Vercel specific features, like this middleware.ts file, and convert it into the Netlify equivalent. The only setting I have changed, and I recommend you change in your windsurf as well, is changing the code auto execution to either auto or turbo. Okay, now that I made sure that the auto code execution is turned on, I'm going to prompt the agent to start with the migration using that new prompt. And if you want to try to use this prompt to do your own migrations, a copy and paste link is going to be in the description. Okay, now that we're done running our prompt, let's go ahead and start our dev server and test locally that the edge function is working correctly and is grabbing our location data. And looking at the contents of the demo website, it looks like it's correctly got our location. Now that we've tested it locally, I'm going to prompt the agent to actually deploy the website for us. Okay, and now our website is deployed, so let's go ahead and visit it in our browser. And if you get an error like this, it's usually because there's a mismatch between the JavaScript packages that you have locally and the ones that are on Netlify. Just prompt the AI to clear the cache and redeploy the website. And once the agent's done updating the packages and redeploying the site, let's go ahead and check the geolocation feature. Okay, so it says we're in Stockholm, and my VPN confirms that. So let's switch to a different city and refresh our web page. Okay. And our location has changed. Perfect. So we have that same geolocation logic and the edge function, but now it's entirely running on this edge runtime. I wanted to see if AI could actually handle cross-platform migrations cleanly, and it turns out it actually can do a pretty good job. And I think it can do better than most people would think. Well, that's all that I have for today, and I'm going to drop the prompt below if you want to try migrating your own Vercel project, as well as links to anything else that I mentioned in the video.